Hi there, and welcome to today's
Not hearing.
Wednesday webinar. We've got a crowd. I'm super excited. It's really pretty easy for me to feel like I have a crowd because there have been some really thin weeks. But yay, welcome to all of you. And I see lots of names who I haven't seen before, so welcome, welcome. Um, what I've been doing, because there hasn't been very much of a crowd, is I've been doing a lot of talking myself. But I'm hoping that since there are more people besides me here, that you all will jump in with conversation and either using your mic or typing into the chat. And I think I have it set up so I can pay attention to that too. And let's talk about juniors and cadets at the beginning of a school year. Great beginnings for juniors and cadets. I give a lot of people a hard time about juniors and cadets because sometimes they are not the most pleasant humans to be around, but really those 5 years are some of the richest, the meatiest years of a Girl Scouts experience. You know, because they're daisies and brownies and they're really cute. And then the seniors and cadets are amazingly competent, but a lot of, I think probably the most actual learning and being able to process that learning happens among our juniors and cadets, and really opportunities for huge strides. And so I always feel like beginnings, whether it's the beginning of a school year or the beginning of a calendar year, even the beginning of a week, are terrific and hugely important with this crowd. So are any of you working with brand spanking new, we're just fourth graders now, juniors, or are you spread out? What are the dynamics of the girls, the ages of the girls you're working with? Anyone? You could type it into the chat if you just type like what grade most of them are in or what grades they cover if you've got more than one grade. Oh, we got some fourth graders and a sixth grader. Nice. Are they together in the same troop, Tiffany? Gotcha. That makes for extra adventures too. Oh, and we've got fifth, sixth, and seventh graders. But that's great, Miranda. Birdie, what grades are your girls? Ah, we're combining. Nice. Two juniors and the rest are cadets. How many are the rest? Like 12 or 3? Wow, 12. That's a lot. That's great. So those juniors are going to have a really challenging, but good kind of challenging year. That's going to be wonderful for all of them. Let me show you some of the stuff that I've pulled together, and really it's not very much, just sort of an outline. And then as you have thoughts or questions or oh wait, we tried this, or oh wait, I heard about this, then please do jump in again, either using your mic or with the chat. My first thought is it's a fresh start. And especially if the girls are just bridging to their junior or cadet status, it's a super fresh start. But even if not, so much change happens between 9 and 10, 10 and 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, and so on, that it's kind of nice to say, okay, we took a little break from meeting together all summer. This is a fresh start. Let's look at what's Girl Scouts for you now. And this picture that I've got up is the GSLE, which I know you all know, but this is the slide I walk around with over my head at all times. So if you see me throwing my hands around over my head, this is what I'm referring to. That whole idea of what does it mean to have courage, confidence, and character so that we can make the world a better place? And when girls are daisies and brownies, even if they hear those words, they might not have something to do with it. But by the time girls are 9 or 10 years old, they're starting to figure out what it means to have courage, what it means to have confidence, what character is, and how they want to make their world better. And so they're starting to put the pieces together, and they might have specific knowledge, skills, attitudes, behaviors, and values that they want to collect, or that they even want to share. Not that they're necessarily thinking about sharing it at that point, but maybe. And that's one of the reasons that at the junior and cadet levels, Girl Scouts has forever, or at least for a very, very, very long time, had two awards that girls could earn. One at the junior level called Junior Aid, where junior Girl Scouts would go and work with a Daisy or a Brownie troop to help them. And then Program Aid for the cadets and up, where those girls, the cadets and up, would go to a training to learn about how to be a program aide, and then they work with any girls younger than them. And both of those are such a neat opportunity for them to get to be the big girls. And really, juniors is often the first time that any girls get a chance to be the big girls. So I always like taking advantage of that opportunity and giving the girls something to strive for, and the chance to go be a helpful big girl, to share all the stuff that she knows, because often we don't know what we know and how brilliant we are until we're sharing it with somebody else. So that's something that you might consider for your girls at this level. And that thing about girl-led learn by doing cooperative learning, it's really a great time to re-examine that both at your leadership team and with your girls. What does it mean for this to be girl-led? You know, what did girl-led look like when you guys were kindergartners? And what did it look like when you were second graders? And what does it look like now? What do you want it to look like? And what are some things that you want to learn by doing? And how are we going to cooperate together to really make this learning fun and rich, so that we can make some discoveries and some connections and take action in the world? I love the way those pieces go together, and I love the way those pieces go together specifically for that junior through cadet level, because as I said, it's just fertile ground for lots of learning and lots of exploring and lots of fun discovery. And then another thought that I had was that they do have new interests, and so it's a terrific time to look at those girl guides again and look at the badge lists again and say, what are you guys interested in? What are some of the things you're interested in, and can we pull badge work out of some of those things? So whether you start with the badges to come up with ideas of what to do, or you start with ideas of things they want to do and then look at the badges and say, oh, look, this would kind of apply to that, and this would be part of that. Either way it goes, it allows the girls to participate in that common experience of exploring the world, exploring the national program portfolio. And these new Girl Scout, Girls' Choice Outdoor badges that were just published, I don't know if you've had a chance to look at them, but at the junior level, they have horseback riding. So horseback riding has been brought back, and I think it's better than ever. And at the cadet level, the girls voted for, and it was selected, archery. And archery is near and dear to my heart because I had the great privilege of being an archery instructor for about 10 years now, and specifically with Girl Scouts. And I love it. It's so much fun. It's so empowering to whoever the archers are. When they get up and they get that bow in their hands, I feel like I'm completely uncoordinated, and I can hit the target. I can even hit a bullseye on occasion, and that's exciting for me. So those are badges to look at. And even though we're moving out of our outdoor time, I don't know if you are in Maine today on September 16th, at least in the greater Portland area, it's quite warm and lovely. But we're sort of moving out of our outdoor period over the next month or so. But there's a lot of preparatory work and talking to people that girls can do to get themselves thinking about the next outdoor period of time. Summer outdoor period. Okay, those of you who like winter sports, I apologize. I just don't like to be super cold, because I guess that is an outdoor time. Maine is outdoors all year round, right? And then this bottom bit down here is having it all, and girls and financial literacy. And we have financial literacy badges in the Girl Guides at all levels, starting with those daisy leaves that they can earn, and right on through ambassadors, and lots of great opportunities. And what we know is sometimes grown-ups who work with the troops feel uncomfortable with financial literacy, whether it's being uncomfortable just talking about money in general, or uncomfortable that they don't know enough or don't have skills around it to share with the girls. And I'm here to tell you, you go into those Girl Guides and look at the activities that the girls are doing, and you are going to be able to figure it out. And if you're figuring it out right alongside the girls, rock on. Better late than never, right? I think it is never too late. First of all, never too late to learn something. But if there's something that's so important to your life as understanding money and how to manage it and where to spend it and how to plan for it and all of that, it's never too late to learn. Sooner is better, but whenever you do is great. And we actually have put together a financial literacy workshop with the help of United Way in York County and the Maine Women's Fund that we're bringing around to different parts of the state. So if you see a class called Sharing the Wealth near you, please sign up for it and participate. It's free and it's fun, because all we do for 3 hours is do the activities, the financial literacy activities, games, and then talk about them with each other. so that you get to share ideas with other volunteers. It's really cool. I just scheduled a couple for next month, and I'm excited to get back in the throes of delivering those because they're neat. Then also at the junior level, this is the first time that girls have the opportunity to earn one of those higher awards, one of those highest awards. The Bronze Award is specifically designed as an opportunity for junior Girl Scouts to work together to put together a sustainable take action project that they are going to use to improve their community. And so the girls work together on a journey, and then from that experience on the journey, they develop not necessarily a parallel project, but using a parallel process, develop a project that helps their community and helps them earn the Bronze Award. And then at the cadet level, girls are not going to work as a whole troop for the Silver Award. That's going to be more individuals or perhaps pairs who work in collaboration, working on a similar but bigger sustainable take action project. And so what I love about these is not that they have pretty pins that decorate the vest, but the projects that lead up to the girls earning these awards, the projects that the girls do to earn these awards, are multi-level thinking opportunities. They have girls reaching out into their community to find out what's going on and where there are gaps, where there are needs. And the girls get to strategize how they might be able to help with those needs, satisfy those needs, or do something to make that world a better place. So it provides big challenges for the girls. It provides them opportunities to organize and to lead each other or to lead other people. It calls on them to reach out of their comfort zone, to make phone calls and to work on something, to set a goal and then work toward it via many, many action steps. And when they get to the end of that trail, to the top of that mountain, they're able to look at the wonderful challenges that they've experienced and their successes, as well as their failures along the way, because they definitely do, and be most satisfied with their work. Yes, cadets do need to take a course before they can earn their silver, and that has just been bumped up too. We don't have a specific class for the junior bronze, but we are putting together some material specifically on take action projects and on how adult volunteers can support girls in these take action projects. Because, and you bring up something wonderful, Tiffany, one of the things that we really are looking for throughout the country with Girl Scouts is with these bronze, silver, and gold projects, that the grown-ups do take a step back and try to hold your hands behind you so that the girls get that opportunity to make the success happen for themselves. Which doesn't mean you have to be 100% hands-off, but that those times when you want to help them, instead, well, it's like spotting. I don't know if you've ever had the chance to spot somebody on a ropes course or on a balance beam, but when you're spotting somebody, you're not actually touching them. You've just got your hands there ready to catch them if they fall so that they don't get hurt. And that's kind of what the role of the troop volunteer is when girls are working on these highest award projects. You're there to keep them from falling and getting hurt, but not to support, not to actually hold them in place. You know, they get to do the good work and flex those muscles and really test themselves. So it's a delicate balance, and the nice thing about the courses that we're putting together right now is we help you think about it and take some time, and don't just tell you how to do it, but give you time to think about how is that going to look for these girls. And for different girls, it'll look different ways, right? You've got some girls who are much higher skilled and some girls who are going to have more challenges because they've not ever been in a situation like that. So it's a rich topic that I could spend days and days and days and days and days chatting about. Oh, good. Thank you. I like it when I come up with an analogy that works. I was just working on the ropes course out at Camp Pondicherry yesterday, and we were talking specifically about spotting and how to explain that to people, and so it was fresh. It was in my mind. Now, I did, this is just a hodgepodge. I did a Google search on images for juniors because I thought, oh, wouldn't it be fun to have some cute images in here? And this just made me laugh. And look at all these different things that represent juniors in images, and this describes juniors as well as so many other things. I'm not a fan of violence or zombies, but this made me laugh with the little junior Girl Scout protecting her cookies from the zombie. And then, this up here, juniors can do. Absolutely. Boy, are they competent. And crazy sometimes, but if you can harness that energy and direct them, they're just amazing and wonderful. And I had been complaining about them in an earlier webinar, and one volunteer who listened was like, "Oh, I absolutely disagree." And I'm not disparaging juniors when I say they're rough. I'm just saying sometimes they're a little rough on each other, but they're still nice to you, which is nice. At the cadet level, sometimes they're less nice to you, but they're still just as amazing and rich. And the times when kids are crunchy are the times when they need you the most, right? So finding those ways that you can take a deep breath and let the frustration things roll off you so that you stick with them, because they're capable of all these amazing things. This badge down here is the leadership badge that is available for cadets. It shows ambassadors in here because it did. I don't know why, but once you get girls to cadets, if you can get them past cadets, they're very likely to stay to ambassadors. And in ways they are ambassadors, because those cadets, they're going out in the world and they're showing folks, this is what girls can do. And they develop a little more confidence when they get there. They're able to do all kinds of great things. What is this person down here? Oh, how cute is that? So somebody took a picture when her Girl Scout looks like maybe she was a brownie, and then again in front of all of her cookies when she was a cadet, to see her. It's like marking her height on the side of the kitchen door, right? So lots of opportunities for girls, lots of opportunities for you as a volunteer working with them to facilitate making the world a better place, which is in fact making the world a better place, isn't it? So what about you? What are you doing with those girls? Or what are your girls asking for? Has anybody had their first meeting yet for the year? First meeting today. How exciting, with 12 cadets and 2 juniors. What are some of the things that you plan to do? Did you have girls plan it, or are you planning it? Ooh, archery badge last weekend. Nice. That's wonderful. And how was that? Did you do it all in one day or one weekend, or did it take some time? Oh, that's good. Oh, and nice at Mini Troop. Yeah, that's a great resource, isn't it? And getting to take your girls to that. And I was talking to Anna Gross, who's the Pondicherry director, and she said definitely next year they're going to have troop camp weeks at Pondy, and more of the mini troop work, just like Natarswy does. So great opportunities for troops to go and test out the outdoors and do some activities, and getting a lot of support from camp staff. First one's planned by the leader, and then the girls will be doing once we get new ideas and find out where they left off from last year. That's how we typically did it too, Birdie. And yeah, it's a terrific way to get started, and kind of a gift the volunteers give to the girls for that first one. Plus some one-on-one time in our local service unit camp skills event. Nice. Yeah, I love the outdoor things. And starting with any kind of a sleepover is also a fun way to kick off. I know one troop does their plan for success, and they start with a sleepover in September and have the girls, there's something about eating together and having a sleepover and seeing each other all blah in the morning that breaks a lot of boundaries, doesn't it? It breaks down some ice. Oh, nice. So Birdie's saying that she volunteered last year, and this year a new leader with Gail True. That's great. So are you staying with the troop and you've just got some additional co-leaders, or you merged a couple of troops? The same troop. Nice. Yeah, it's fun, and that's something I completely left out of the idea of great beginnings, but the beginning of a new Girl Scout year is a great time to bring on some other adults who maybe have been hanging out in the background, or maybe they're new to the area or just new to the troop. It's also a time that you can bring on new girls, and we typically hear about new members being daisies and brownies, but some of my most amazing ambassadors were girls who joined at the beginning of 6th or 7th grade after having never been Girl Scouts before. And so we typically don't do recruitments at the middle schools, but it's absolutely something that you could do, or you can invite your girls to invite more people. Or if some of their friends express interest in being Girl Scouts, think about bringing more in. And that's a funny dance too. I think it varies from troop to troop and from girl to girl about how well it works. But I know one group of girls had gotten together, and they were all 7th graders, and 3 of them, I think, had never been Girl Scouts before. And the leaders who were going to work with them couldn't work with them anymore, and so they were going to let them disband. And I was like, wait, you can't. If there are kids who want to be Girl Scouts in middle school, are you kidding me? Let's take care of them, because what a great resource for them, and what a great opportunity for them to get to play. And really, it makes the entire community richer, I think. The more girls you have at different levels, the richer the experience is for everybody. Love that big sisterhood thing about Girl Scouts. Anything else anybody wants to share? Ideas or things you've seen, questions? One thought I had is at the cadet level, well, okay, backing up, at the junior level, girls, because they are becoming more competent and they have a deeper understanding of Girl Scouts in general, but also sort of how the world works, often juniors are at a place where you'd be interested in putting on an event, whether it's an event for your troop or putting on an event for some local troops, or participating in a committee at the service unit level if that's something that your service unit is interested in. Girls at that age are able to understand direction well enough and able to understand process well enough to give some direction too. So that is definitely something available. And we have that event planning workshop that we're happy to invite the girls to come to, or to bring to your area, so that troops can participate in it and get a handle on what's involved in putting together a troop. And so obviously, if that's true for juniors, that is also true for cadets. And I actually strongly recommend it for cadets. I encourage juniors, I strongly recommend for cadets, because there's something wonderful about creating something and being able to look at it and say, look what we created. That is cool. That's amazing. And lots of grown-ups don't get the opportunity to put on an event from soup to nuts until they're well into their 20s or 30s, if ever. And the levels of thinking that you learn how to do, the attention to detail and to humans that you learn in the process, are so helpful as you get older. And any of you who have put on events know that there are lots of details involved and lots of skills involved, everything from goal setting to decision making to people skills and business ethics, and sometimes even money management. Oh wait, it sounds like the cookie sale. Really handy skills for those girls to get some experience with and to be able to play with while they're still kids, to make things happen. So those are opportunities for juniors and cadets. And then also, once girls are in 7th grade, they can actually apply to be members of the service team in your service unit. So if you have a girl who's interested in doing that, you might talk to a member of your service team about if there are openings for girl members, and service teams will usually have 1 or 2 girl members to represent the girls in the service unit. In fact, I know of one service unit, down east. I almost said up in the county, but no, it's down east. Get it right. And they're looking at, they've got 2 girls on their service team, and they're looking at those girls hosting a girl panel where they would meet a couple times during the year with one girl representative from each troop to find out what the girls are interested in. And that troop representative would have talked to the girls in her troop about what they're interested in seeing at the service unit level. How exciting is that? I mean, that's really a cool opportunity for those girls to be part of the big sisterhood, to be part of the planning for the whole service unit in addition to just their troop. So neat opportunities. And so Cadets and Up, look into that. I just, when I hear about kids quitting Girl Scouts after 3rd grade or after 5th grade, I just think, wait, there are so many opportunities, you have no idea. And so, yes, they definitely have soccer and field hockey and basketball and softball and gymnastics and cheering and all those other things. And to the troop volunteers, I say, please work with everybody to see if you can make things fit together. Because those cheerleaders bring some richness to the troop, and the troop definitely brings richness to those cheerleaders' lives. And same for the field hockey kids and the Girl Scouts, field hockey kids and the soccer players. All of them can be Girl Scouts. I know the last few years, our girls were, my youngest daughter just graduated, and so the last few years, the girls were all involved in lots of things at school, Just like if you want something done, you ask a busy person. You want something cool to happen in high school, you ask a busy girl, right? And we got to a point last year where we tried to make it to at least one game or performance for every kid in the troop, because we had gotten away from that. And there's just such beauty in getting to see somebody do something she's good at, she's passionate about, and it reflects well on the troop. It splashes back well on the troop. It feels good because you become a family. So anybody have anything else you want to put in or ask in these last couple of minutes? If you think of things later, please do not hesitate to send an email, post it on the volunteer swap, give me a call, because if I don't know, I can connect you with somebody nearby who does know, and just know that you too are part of this huge sisterhood. And there is a lot of opportunity for support, but if you don't ask the question, nobody knows you have it. So if you do have questions, or if you have something to share, something that you've seen in your troop happen that you're like, wow, that was amazing, please do share it. Take advantage of those local service unit meetings and those opportunities to get together. In fact, well, my thinking, do a little ad here. On November 7th at the University of Maine, Orono, is Transforming Leadership, which is for Cadets and Up. And then simultaneously, we're doing a treasure chest for adult volunteers. And if you look in the most recent compass, or if you go to the Girl Scout website and look under the compass, you'll see the different workshops that are being offered for grown-ups and the different classes that are being offered for girls. It's just wonderful, and it's lovely for the kids to be able to get on the campus and see a college campus and talk to a couple of college students as they take a tour, if they're interested in that at lunchtime, and it's really neat. And then for those of you who don't want to make it to Orono, or who can't make it to Orono, we will be having another treasure chest in late January, early February. We don't have that quite set yet. And if you're up in the county, we have one scheduled for April 30th. So mark your calendars and keep a weather eye for updates on that one in the southern part of the state. In the meantime, I hope you're having a great day. Have a great beginning. Post some pictures on the volunteer swap so I can see terrific things that are happening early on in the troops, and share them with other people so they can see. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye. Thanks for coming.